Hello everyone, hope you're all well. I've decided to do 3 videos. I wanted to do one video for where I've seen the best value guitars if you're just starting and you want to buy your first guitar. So I wanted to do it as it is today, of what's in stock and what's out there. Not anything that's on sale currently, but just what its regular price is. So what I've decided to do is to do 3 videos of a starter guitar, when you're ready to upgrade, so when you want to go up a notch, and then when you want to go up basically your last notch from there and go up a level from the middle guitar. So we're doing all this where these are all off-the-shelf guitars, nothing custom made, nothing unusual, where most stores would have in stock nearly all the time. So because most of my viewers are from the UK and the USA, I've done 6 different stores, 6 different brands of guitar, from 3 stores and 3 brands from UK stores, and then 3 different stores and 3 different brands from stores in America. So the first one, we have a popular nationwide guitar store called PMT, Play Music Today, in the UK. And this is the first one I'll recommend if you're starting out. This is the Vintage V20 Coaster, part of the Coaster series. Now, this is Vintage's brand. Vintage is a good starter brand. They can do upper level guitars as well, but I would say this is a very good brand to start off with. And this is basically their version of the Telecaster. £139. I mean, that's great stuff. And very easy to play, low action. I can highly recommend that. Yeah, £139. So that was from PMT. The second one, and this is from Thomann or Thomann. They're based in Germany, but they deliver right throughout Europe. I've had a guitar ordered and delivered successfully from Thomann before. So this is the Squier. Again, Squier, excellent brand. Such good value for money and such good quality. And this is the Squier Sonic Strat. So the Stratocaster, of course, very easy to play, iconic style, nice maple neck, very easy. And of course, these naturally would come with a tremolo bar, with a whammy bar to get used to as well. £155. I mean, again, that's just unreal. And this one I've just noticed, so it's in stock within 1 or 2 weeks. So again, no wonder this got a 5-star rating. That's really, really good. £155. So again, from a Telecaster to a Stratocaster, 2 very easy guitars to play. Now, if you want something that's a bit more, that looks a bit more rock, let's just bring up the description. This is a Jackson JS11 Dinky. Now, this is from a store, again, another popular store in the UK called Anderton's, and they deliver everywhere. But £159. Again, very easy to play. Double pickups here. Again, if you're like your fan of your whammy bar, you're going to get good sounds out of this with the feedback and everything else. If you want something that looks a bit more rocky, not as traditional as the Telecaster and the Strat. I mean, check out that headstock, that's great. Again, unbelievable value, £159. That's just great stuff. Moving on to America. Let's try and put these in order. Yeah, this is the first one. So this is from the Guitar Center. So Ibanez, you can't go wrong with anything that's Ibanez anyway. That, again, all their guitars are very, very easy to play. And this is the GRX 20W in white, again, double pickups. And it's an Ibanez Geo. $179.99. That is so good. Such good value. Very, very good, well-made guitar. Again, if that's more of your style, then everyone in America, if that's going to be your first guitar, you're going to do a lot worse than to get one of them. Second of all, what I spotted out there, this is from the music store. Yamaha Pacifica. These are excellent guitars, and I wish the UK would do this for it's $189. We're going to struggle in the UK to get something like that around the, well, what would that be, 150, 160 pound mark. That is so good. So again, it's a Strat style, but again, some people actually prefer the Yamaha Pacificas to anything for a Sonic, a Squier Strat. They actually prefer the Yamahas. Again, unbelievable value. So if $189 doesn't break your budget and this takes your fancy, you're going to do a lot worse than to get this as your first guitar. Again, these are all good. They're all really good value. Last but not least, what we got? That's it. Now, this one I pull up there because, again, I can't believe the value, but this is going to be a slightly higher action guitar. But I wanted to do something, you know, across the board that's just very, very good value. This is from Sweetwater. The Epiphone SG Special, $199. Again, we haven't got that in the UK for that type of price. So you're lucky to get this for just under $200. That is unbelievable value. Again, slightly higher action, but if AC/DC or, you know, the bands that you like are just, this is the iconic shape that you want to start with and always play on, then you can get this guitar for under $200, which is unreal. I mean, that's just great stuff. So you've got a broad range out there. Now, this is the only thing I would say to this. It's going to come down to opinions, but these are priced accordingly. These are not on sale. They're not $500, $600, $1,000 guitars, and they've come down a lot in price. These are a certain price for a reason. They're entry-level beginner guitars. Don't get confused that these are very playable. We're lucky we live in a world where basically everything's playable now. There was unplayable guitars when I was learning back in the day. Like when I started learning first time round, not like a year ago. But when I was a teenager, there was either playable guitars or very, very unplayable ones. There's no such thing as an unplayable guitar now. They're made so well, whether they're from China or whatever. So, I mean, there's lots of brands. I could have just kept going with this. You know, I've done 6 different brands and 6 different stores across the USA and the UK. I could have kept on going. There's so many different brands out there. Harley Benton, East Coast. I'm missing some out. Kramer. You can just keep on going. So I had to narrow it down to 6, in fairness, and 6 different stores. But make no mistake about it, they're beginner guitars. Okay. Now, when you see someone that comes on their YouTube channel and says, I can't believe how good this guitar is, maybe, you know, compared to higher price guitars, let me tell you why I think they're getting that wrong. At this point, they probably can play the guitar very well. So that means when you learn, that's why you've got to persevere and get through all the hard times with learning to play guitar. Because when you get to a certain level, you're going to be able to play anything very well. they can give you a broomstick with strings on. You'll be able to play it. Okay, you know, and that's the stage you'll get at. And so don't mistake that when you can play well and you play a very, very ordinary beginner guitar very well, that you think it's a very, very good guitar. It isn't. You can just play it well. You just got to a level of how well you can play. Because all these brands here, all these ones I've just mentioned, will only get you so far. If you want something to really, I think each guitar of their own, each guitar can really, I don't know, it sort of makes you play better when you know you're playing something that you're getting very close to what your heroes play on stage. You know, they ain't going up there playing a Squier Sonic, in fairness, and a Vintage and and a Yamaha Pacifica. They're not. They're playing these brand names for a reason, because they inspire you then to come out, and the guitar, you know, they're made with better parts, better pots. You know, again, these, what I've just suggested, and all these brand and all these ones that are $200 or £200 downwards, they're that price for a reason. So don't get confused. I mean, some people, I might always hold on to the first guitars I've ever bought because they're the ones I learnt on. But I'm not delusional for where they wouldn't come close to now when you step up a level, and then when you step up a level from there. It's all going to come down to what you can afford. So if any of these guitars that I've shown you today are the only ones in this kind of range that you'll ever get to play and own, that's fine. You'll be lucky that you live in a day and age where they play as good as what they do for the money. But nevertheless, they're beginner guitars. And hopefully the next video, and then the video after that, because I'm going to do three different money levels of what you can get. Again, we use the same 6 stores across the UK and the USA, and you'll see then the different brands. Go in the stores and try them for yourself, and you'll see. And try not to get, you know, caught up in what brand you're playing, but just generally feel the difference in the guitar, and you should be able to tell. It then comes down to what amp you play it out with a good setting or a pedal, what you prefer. Whether it's a clean setting, that's important as well. But if you want a distortion setting that everything that you play is more rock sounded, play everything through the same rock sound, and then you'll see the difference. Play everything through a clean tone if a clean tone's your, and so on and so forth. Because again, that's the same with with amps or with a distortion pedal. Again, we're going down a rabbit hole now with that. So there's a reason why a Fender amp costs what it costs. But nevertheless, you know, a good value amp, or you buy a second-hand amp, and then you can set up your own pedal board, or if the amp that you've got has got its own effects in that you're happier with. So sometimes your guitar is as good as what the amp you own as well. It does make a difference. So what we do is we're going to do three levels of videos for guitars, and then I'm just going to do one video using these 6 stores as well, these 6 same stores for the 6 best amps out there, starting from the lowest to the highest. And then hopefully it just gives you more information. Because I've been in stores, I think it's always important to play these guitars first. You can order them in and send them back if you're not happy. But any of these 6 that I just showed you, you're gonna do worse than any of these guitars to start off with. They're very good value. So the Vintage V20, Vintage's brand, their version of a Telecaster. The Squier Sonic Strat. The Jackson Dinky, that's the 3 from the UK. Yamaha Pacifica. The Epiphone SG. And the Ibanez GRX20W. And they're the 3 from America. Any of them, you're going to do great. And again, there's so many other brands to look at, but we would literally be here all day. So I'm trying to keep it roughly around 15 minutes each video. So hope that helps if you're out there and you're looking for your first guitar. And check out the next couple of videos for where we gradually go a step up and then a step up from that. Hope it helps.